The Gleneagles Hotel, the decline in golf participation levels and memberships. Gleneagles is a 5-star luxury hotel, spa and golf courses based in Auchterarder, Scotland. Gleneagles first opened its doors in 1924, but the history of this venue will be looked at a little bit further in this presentation. This magnificent countryside estate in the heart of Scotland was described as a Riviera in the Highlands. Today, as a member of the leading hotels of the world, Gleneagles continues to offer an unbeatable array of attractions that includes a 5-star luxury hotel, 3 championship golf courses, an award-winning spa, and the only restaurant in Scotland to hold 2 Michelin stars from Gleneagles 2018. Gleneagles is one of the world's most renowned properties, yet each of its 232 luxury bedrooms, including 26 suites, offers the individuality of an intimate hotel. From traditional or modern interiors, with many fine views over the hotel grounds and beyond, the luxury Gleneagles experience offers very sumptuous affairs. Ennismore 2018. As you can see on the screen, here is a brief background of the history of Gleneagles from www.gleneagles.co.uk. 1910, the introduction of the Gleneagles railway station. 1913, Gleneagles was formed into a hotel. 1914, due to the First World War, the project was halted until 1922. 1919, the King's and Queen's course were created to couple the PGA Centenary course. 1930, golf and hotels became the height of fashion. 1977, Gleneagles hosted the BBC Pro Celebrity Golf Series, which boosted their public image. 2002, Braid's House was created, a 4-star state-of-the-art building on the Gleneagles property, which has 59 luxury bedrooms in for guests. 2004, the shooting and equestrian schools were created. 2008, Gleneagles labelled their spa S-Spa, an award-winning 18 treatment room. 2011, the Dormy Clubhouse was created, an area for golfers to have changing rooms and to be wined and dined in the restaurants. 2014, an exciting £5 million project was announced to transform the hotel's leisure facilities. 2015, Gleneagles created the Gleneagles Arena, an event space and indoor tennis centre. Gleneagles has been commonly known for its 5-star service from the hotel right through to the golf department. In 2014, the special event that is classed as the pinnacle of golf came to Gleneagles, the Ryder Cup. This evidently attracts thousands of people and had a tremendous boost on the community. In addition to the community being affected, the special event brought a lot of customers to the venue, with the hotel completely selling out as well as massive merchandising sales. Gleneagles, which is very much renowned for the incredible golf courses and scenery, has become extremely strong in another area, hospitality. For the last number of years, Gleneagles has been hosting exclusive garden parties, summer and autumn meetings, tennis shows, where the customer will be wined and dined with the most immaculate service. The Ennismore owners really have invested in Gleneagles, with plans to create a members club in London Mayfair. Gleneagles promised the 2014 Ryder Cup a whole range of legacy benefits to the local area, making any visitor know that they are part of the Ryder Cup and its history, the Ryder Cup 2014. Hosting the major event in Scotland couples other big events, including the Open Championship in 2015, 2016 and now 2018 at Carnoustie. With the aim of developing Scotland's reputation as the home of golf and becoming the world's leading golf destination by 2020. As a result of executing this strategy, it is anticipated to grow the industry's current £220 million annual value to the Scottish economy by 20% to around £300 million annually by 2020, according to www.scotland.org. Harman and Brower 2010 undertook a study to identify large sports events and destination image in order to specify the degree of image fit between sport events and their hosts, to determine the key drivers of image and to predict future behaviour. Using the fit measurer employed in this study, it was shown that an image fit exists between sport events and destinations, and that image fit influences future behaviour. Gleneagles have become a place where everyone is welcome, a place where everyone has an identity, greeted well, fully looked after, establishing a first-class image. Dittmar et al. 1995, cited in Casson and Lee 2002, emphasises the role of perceived image and the expression of self-identity in the purchase decision. As Harman and Brower 2010 states, determining a key driver of image allows us to create that connection with the guest through the Gleneagles experience. That connection predicts repeat purchase and explains why Gleneagles have been doing so well for the last number of years. This is how Gleneagles have established such a valuable reputation as they continue to thrive in their boundless, respected image. Stakeholders. There are two main stakeholders in recent years: Diageo plc Group and GH Holdings 2 Limited, also known as Ennismore. Ennismore bought the company from Diageo plc Group on 30th of June 2015. Ennismore is a real estate hospitality firm who also own the Hoxton brand and develops and operates a number of unique hotels in Europe and the United States, and it is clear to see this with the huge projection plans that they have for Gleneagles. Diageo 2015. Profit and loss. Addressing the above profit and loss account from the financial years ending 2013 and 2014, we are able to see a considerable increase in profit margin attained by Gleneagles. Morrell 2013 describes net profit margin as after-tax profit conveyed as a percentage of operating revenue or turnover. The after-tax profit for the financial year of 2013 was £547,000. Divide this by the annual turnover of 834,000, and the net profit margin is expressed as 1.4%. This is a reflection of the extent to which profit is generated on the money received by Gleneagles. Now compare this to the financial year of 2014, the year prior to the Ryder Cup, or of the Ryder Cup. We are able to see the profit increased 3,609,000, as did turnover from 43,572,000. Considering this, the net profit margin had increased considerably to 8.3%. This can be explained as typically mega events such as the Ryder Cup bring about increased hype, awareness and publicity as a direct impact of securing the title of the host. Chalip et al. 2003 and Gibson et al. 2005, cited in Harrison Lepp 2011, present the idea that large-scale sporting events or mega events are increasingly recognised for the role that they play in shaping destinations' publicity and image. Liquidity ratios are used to determine whether the organisation has enough cash to meet the payments due for its current liabilities. Analysing the above balance sheet, we are able to see that in 2015, Gleneagles had current assets totalling to $20,149,000. Liabilities totalled to $17,416, and using the standard test for liquidity, the current ratio is 1.2. This puts Gleneagles at a higher risk of failing to meet obligations. Any organisation with a ratio of 1.0 or less is at risk of not being able to pay their debts on time. The assumption with the current ratio is that the organisation has the ability to convert all of its current assets into cash relatively easy. The acid test ratio is another liquidity ratio that accounts for this. The results for Gleneagles in 2015 was 0.99. Cash flow. The cash flow statement is one of the most common types of financial statement. The statement of cash flow represents all cash flow and inflow received from ongoing business activities and investment, as well as its cash outflows for expenditures, labour and other activities. The cash flow statement demonstrates both sources and uses of funds and reconciles both the income statement and the balance sheet back to changes in cash flow. The cash flow statement is useful in assisting in the analysis of business activities, determining whether they are positively or negatively affecting their financial position. The statement will help businesses manage its cash position, a critical component of working capital. Knowing whether a change in cash position is due to operations or whether they come from investments or financing activities is essential to understanding a true business's financial position. Cash flow statements can be produced in two formats, direct and indirect. The indirect method appears to be the most commonly used, probably because of its simplicity. It reconciles net income as the tip line and makes adjustments for all entries that do not affect cash. Vernemin et al. 2014. As you can see, the contemporary issue, the decline in golf participation levels and memberships. Here is a graph from 2014 right through to 2016. As you can see, the participation levels for golfers has dropped dramatically since 2007 and 2008. This is produced by www.statistica.com. England and Scottish golf have been doing something about this. As you can see on the screen, there is a screenshot from englandgolf.com stating that 3.6 million adults played golf in England in the last year, 2017. 971,000 people over 16 play golf at least twice a month, 2.2% of the population. UK golfers spend £4.3 billion a year on the game, 14% of all consumer spending on sport. The annual social value of golf participation in England, representing the cost of improved health, happiness, well-being and education performed, is £1.8 billion. ScottishGolf.org. Scottish Golf signs up to a tech app to help start sporting revolution. They have signed up to an award-winning tech app which is called Find a Player to grow participation and improve access into sport for young people in Scotland. The governing body for golf in Scotland has entered into a groundbreaking agreement with the Young Scot, a deal meant to affect over 700,000 young people. An area that has suffered rather a lot over the coming years is women's participation in golf. However, the R&A on the 29th of May 2018 launched their first women's charter for golf. They unveiled a new women's charter in golf as part of an organisation's drive to increase the number of women and grow participation in golf to encourage more opportunities for women to work within the golf industry and play. Getting more women and girls into golf is essential if we're going to grow the game in the UK. Gleneagles have took a huge leap in wanting to reflect equality by hosting the 16th edition of the Solheim Cup, the Ladies Ryder Cup, which promises to be the biggest golf event of the year, with the best golfers from Europe and USA going head-to-head in the most exciting competitive format in golf. From September 9th to 15th, Gleneagles will be at the centre of the golfing universe and watched by millions around the world as the contest revisits the home of golf for the first time since 2000. An incredible event that gives Gleneagles more than just good publicity. It allows Gleneagles to live up and stand to its amazing reputation by having their second huge event in 5 years. Hosting the Men's Ryder Cup and to be doing the same for the ladies shows that the world shows the world that Gleneagles can completely cater for a different gender and market. Primary research was undertook, gaining an insight from the membership manager at the Gleneagles Hotel Golf Resort to address the contemporary issue of participation levels and memberships. The Ryder Cup is such a special experience, and even though it was hosted 4 years ago at the Gleneagles, the experience will last a lifetime for any guest who visits the venue. Gwen Brock has been working there for 26 years, observing the membership figures every year, and she actually states that the Ryder Cup definitely boosts the member numbers exceedingly every year to present. As you can see on the screen, she has told us all the different types of memberships: golf, health club and spa, shooting and fishing, equestrian and corporate memberships. And every year since 2014, when the Ryder Cup was hosted, membership numbers have increased and therefore participation levels.